Welcome to Dawgs versus All Y'all, a weekly college football podcast where we discuss not only my favorite team, the Georgia Bulldogs, but we talk all things college football, hence all y'all. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and look us up on Instagram at SuplexDinnerClub. And go Dogs. Yo, welcome back to another episode of Dawgs versus All Y'all. In this quick episode, I'm going to unveil our updated hunting season 12, which is our ranking system. I'm going to also give props to not only the Colorado Buffaloes, but the Pac-12 as a whole. We're going to also point and laugh at Dabo and Clemson, because whenever you get a chance to do that, it's always fun. And finally, I'm going to give you my picks for must-see game of the week. Let's get it. LSU, Clemson. Damn. We've already gotten 2 knocked out of the hunting season 12. Let's check it out.
We ain't getting hunted, guys. We're doing the hunting, and hunting season's almost over. We only got one more chance to hunt, and we hunted tonight.
Now, this is our preseason hunting season 12. You can see 1 through 6, and 7 through 12. Obviously, with those losses from Clemson and LSU, they didn't just lose, by the way. They got their tails kicked. They're out the 12. Get out of here. We have 2 new teams on the hunting season 12. Georgia remains number 1, followed by Michigan, Florida State. Bama has moved up to number 4. Ohio State has moved down, followed by Penn State. We have a couple Pac-12 teams. That's USC starting things off, Oregon, followed by Notre Dame. Washington enters the mix at number 10, followed by Texas, and number 12, Tennessee. And that's our hunting season 12 rankings after week 1 of the college football season. So what do you think? What 2 teams should be on that list, and what 2 teams shouldn't be on there? Comment down below. Let me know. Dallas, what's your pick?
I think TCU doubles the spread.
Really? So
I
a
do.
40-point?
I think you could put a mortgage on this thing.
David, I'm assuming you're picking Colorado?
I am. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
I think TCU does win. However, I think it is going to be closer than the 20-point spread.
Prime time. Dion wins his first one on the road.
What's up, boss? You believe that? Hold on. Oh, no. Do you believe in that? Huh? Oh, no. I read through that bull junk you wrote down. I read through that. I sifted through all that. Yeah. Oh, no. Come on. Do you believe?
Do you believe now? That's all Coach Prime wanted to know. After a full offseason of speculation, of questions from the media, hate from fans, college football fans, hate from haters who had literally no reason to hate on him. But nonetheless, after a full offseason, Coach Prime took his newly retooled Colorado Buffalo team into Fort Worth, Texas, and took care of business and beat TCU. So first and foremost, I want to give props and praise. I want to give props and praise to Coach Prime and his team. Those guys showed up and showed out. His walk matched the talk. He proved a lot of people wrong, including myself. In our game predictions from last week, I said, hey, I think TCU does win, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than what Vegas said. Little did I know that Shedeur Sanders was going to throw for over 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. And being a Georgia resident, I already knew what time it was with Travis Hunter. He is him. So shout out to those guys. They balled out. Shout out to any of the commenters who, they push back on our predictions in the round table. And, hey, salute. They took care of business, man. Salute to you. Salute to the team. Like I said, I want to see Coach Prime do great. I want to see that team do great. And week 1 showed us, hey, they have the tools to make things happen. But Shedeur wasn't the only quarterback in the Pac-12 to show out. We got a couple standout performances I want to highlight. Caleb Williams, 319 yards, 5 touchdowns. Bo Nix, 287 yards, 3 touchdowns. Michael Penix, 450 yards and 5 touchdowns. And don't forget, the forgotten man, DJ Ungalele, 5 total touchdowns and 239 yards. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. The best quarterback play from top to bottom is currently going on in the Pac-12. It's a shame that this is the last year of that conference. It's a shame that things are going the way it is with realignment. Hey, cherish this moment, Pac-12. You're going out with a bang. You got some great quarterback play. You have some exciting teams. And next year, you're toast. It is what it is. But shout out to Colorado Buffs. Shout out to the Colorado fans. Shout out to the Coach Prime fans. We're going to see what y'all do at your home opener against Nebraska.
We built this program on NIL. We really did. And it's probably different than what you're thinking, though. We built this program in God's name, image, and likeness.
Dabo. You either adapt or perish. Simple as that. The college football game is moving more and more into a player's focus industry. And Dabo is very reluctant to that. He's very reluctant to that change. He's reluctant about NIL. He's reluctant about the transfer portal. And for whatever reasons, whatever his convictions, he's giving up that level of dominance that Clemson once had. And it's a shame to see. Clemson didn't just lose to Duke. They got their tails kicked. They gave up. They quit to Duke. To a basketball school. Now, I'm not going to just say put the dirt on the coffin of Clemson, because I still think they're a talented team. No doubt about that. But I do have questions moving forward, because their coach has been so reluctant to accept the new era of college football. They've allowed teams like a Florida State to catch them. Potentially, because we're going to see in a couple weeks. I'm looking at a team like Florida State, who just had a huge win over LSU. I'm looking at a team like Miami, who's, like them or not, they're taking advantage of the NIL deal. They're looking into the portal. They're utilizing whatever option it is to improve their team. How will they fare against Clemson? How much of a lead, how much of that dominance that everyone knew of Clemson is being let up because Dabo's reluctant to change? That's the question. I love them adding Garrett Riley, but are they using Garrett Riley to his full capabilities? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm just going to use this little segment to point and laugh at Dabo, because I just love hating on Dabo. Shout out to a couple of the Clemson fans that I know. It's a lot of questions. How does it feel being a Clemson fan? Are you questioning Dabo right now? Or do you have full confidence? Do you have confidence that your coach, who is absolutely against NIL, who's absolutely against the transfer portal, do you think that he can still win at the level needed to win a national championship? Let me know. Week 2 is here, and we got to talk about it. The must-see game of the week. You got the Texas Longhorns coming into T-Town, Tuscaloosa, to face the Crimson Tide of Alabama. This is a matchup of two blue blood programs. You got national championships here. You got Heisman's there. All Americans, all up and down the storied histories of both of these programs. This is what college football was made for, y'all. Goliath versus Goliath. Now, last season's game, it was a classic. Alabama was challenged throughout that entire game. But because they had the legendary Bryce Young, they pulled off the last-second victory. And Texas was left with a lot of what-ifs. What if Quinn Ewers didn't get hurt? What if the officials call Bryce Young, if they call that safety on Bryce Young? While Texas was wondering what if, Alabama said, hey, shoulda, coulda, woulda. So this season, Texas is coming into town. Quinn Ewers has taken his offseason seriously. He looks slim, he looks trim, and he looks ready to take his game to the next level and hopefully leave Alabama the victor. They've done a terrific job of adding weapons through transfer portal, through recruiting around him. The team looks to be an explosive one. Alabama, we know what time it is with Coach Saban. He's the greatest coach of all time. There's no denying that. I'm a Georgia fan. I can admit that. He has a talented team. Coach Saban is looking to get back to fundamentals. We're Alabama, you're you, whoever you are. Murder ball is what everyone calls it, right? We're bigger than you, we're faster than you, we're stronger than you. That's what they're trying to get back to. And last week, started to look that way. The matchup, the key matchup of this game, Texas wide receivers, Alabama DBs. You got a matchup of fast, explosive playmakers versus fast, explosive playmakers. Perfect matchup. We're going to see who gets the advantage. If you paid attention to this podcast, you know that I have Texas as one of my playoff teams. You will also notice that I don't have Alabama as one of my playoff teams. You will see that I have Texas wide receivers as one of my favorite units. They're well-rounded. They're explosive. I love Xavier Worthy. I love that Quinn Ewers looks like he's ready to take his game to the next level and lead his team to a big victory. But when it's said and done, you're in Tuscaloosa. You're facing Coach Nick Saban. And I haven't seen Alabama lose at home since 2019. I don't think they lose this weekend. I have Alabama winning, y'all. Simple as that. It's hard to pick against Coach Nick Saban. Believe me, in my head, I wanted to go against it. But I got Alabama winning this game, y'all. Let me know down below, what's your score prediction? Last week, I predicted a final score of 48-6. I was pretty close, final score being 48-7. This week, we have Ball State coming into Athens, noon kickoff. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Georgia's going to dominate this game. This is a Jimmy's and Joe's situation. Their players are not up the same level as Georgia. It's just that simple. The unit that I'm most excited to see against Ball State are our outside linebackers. Chaz Chambliss, Marvin Jones, Darius Smith, Damon Wilson, Sam Mpinga. These guys we need a huge game from for our defense to be as dominant as I expect them to be. Ball State has two quarterbacks. Both are pretty athletic. One is much more athletic than the other, but they like to use these guys outside the pocket, roll them out, that sort of thing, to buy some time for passes. I expect our outside linebackers to be dominant, to be in those guys' faces, to force quick throws, quick decisions, hopefully leading to turnovers and a lot of 3-and-outs. I don't think many people are really talking about how dominant our defense was the last game. Very fast, very composed. The guys did the deal, and I think that continues this week. I also see a lot of people talking about the offense. Yes, the first 3 drives weren't up to standard. They definitely weren't. But Carson wound up throwing 300 yards. He was done in the third quarter, midway through. I think it's a little too early to hit the panic button on Carson Beck and Coach Bobo. Let those guys get their weapons back, and then we can talk about it next week. My final score: Georgia dominates. Georgia scores 56. Ball State scores 7. 56-7 is my final score. Dogs on top. Let me know what you think. What's your final score prediction? And who's going to be the player of the game? All right, y'all. Thanks again for checking us out. I really appreciate it. I really do. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you feel me, or if I was wrong about something that we talked about. Look us up on socials at SuplexDinnerClub. That's the home of 2 podcast projects that I work on. Mondays and Fridays, we're going to talk college football on Dawgs versus All Y'all. And on Wednesdays, it's the Life and Times Pod, which is short for the Life and Times of a Restaurant Lifer podcast. That's where I have conversations with some cool and interesting people that I've met in my years in the hospitality field. Y'all enjoy the second week of football. Enjoy each other. Be safe out there. And as always, go Dogs.
Trust your preparation. No, your ass is prepared for this shit for fucking 365 days. I think about the fuckers in that locker room. Think about getting our opportunity. All the shit you went through this week to get ready for this game. Now is when you pay the fucking price. You go out there with energy, enthusiasm. Hey, nobody just wants you to be cautious. Ain't nobody just wants you to be nervous about shit. Go out here and fuck their ass up. Don't think about scoreboard. Don't think about shit. You think about knocking the shit out of them. Did you hear what Box said on Monday? When I sat in that fucking meeting, I wanted to go fucking play right then. Tore your shit up out here. 2 years ago, fuck your shit up. Goddamn pride and joy tells me you fuck these guys up. You go play the right way. You play the right way. You knock their ass off. You stay off the fucking ground. You tackle the fucking man with the ball. The shit's easy. Look at the right shit. Punish their ass on offense and kick their ass on special teams, guys. It's about who the fuck we are. I believe in you. Let's go.